Hello Internet, this is week 2 of the VGC World Cup. This week the UK are playing against Team East Asia, and I am playing against this chap here. It's called Sepia. Don't really know anything about him, other than he doesn't really speak English. But oh, here we go, we're getting straight into it. I think. Can't really remember how this works on Omega Ruby. Okay. So, yeah, obviously he's good enough to be picked for the, you know, his World Cup side, but don't really know anything about him. I would assume that he knows this team, and actually this is the first day I've played in a long time, so this is going to be quite interesting, actually. It's the first time I've played on, like, the actual DS as well, with this team for a long time, probably since Worlds, actually. This might be the first game since, you know, that, quarter-final, I played with the team on DS, so, what do we do? I've got to assume that Bronzong has got a Lumberry. They've got the Clefairy as well, though, so they can potentially redirect, my switcheroos, perhaps. Could have Magic Coat on it, really, to deflect Dark Voids as well. So this is quite a threatening team, but I think we should be okay. I don't know. I feel like whenever I say that, things will go horribly wrong, so we'll see how it goes, I suppose. How do you want to lead, though? I mean, I think Smeargle Xerneas is pretty good. We definitely want Scrafty, and I think we want the Rayquaza as well, so I'm happy with these 4 Pokemon. Oh yeah, it doesn't tell you on this game when you press confirm, does it? So he might have confirmed already, who knows. But yeah, no Thundurus, I don't think. No Volcarona. So we'll go in with these. And we'll see how it goes. So, Omega Ruby. I had to find it, actually. Okay. Oh, this old music. The thing that connects people. Okay, so Smeargle Xerneas. And he's leading with Clefairy and Bronzong. Okay, so I did kind of expect that, to be honest. He has got a very easy Trick Room here. I mean, he could really just Gyro Ball my Xerneas straight away if he really wanted to. He might have led with the Clefairy to Magic Coat, perhaps. So I am going to try and switcheroo the Bronzong. If he does go for a Follow Me, then the Clefairy being Scarfed is, you know, alright as well. But what do we do with Xerneas? Do we try and go for a Geomancy, expecting his Trick Room? Which sounds strange as well, doesn't it, really? But if he does get his Trick Room, then I can, you know, bring in Scrafty and Fake Out and Cycle Fake Outs and all the rest of it, and hopefully get through the Trick Room. But the worry is he just goes straight for a Gyro Ball into my Xerneas, to be honest. Which he really could do. So I could Protect, but I don't like that because the Clefairy would be able to move next turn. It wouldn't be locked into something if it did go for Follow Me, so it could have Encore as well. So I'm just going to go straight for the Geomancy here. Okay, so it could be Thunder Wave on his Clefairy, or his Clefairy might be going for a an Encore straight away, just expecting the turn 1 Geomancy, which would be a fine play as well. And that's sort of what I'm expecting at this point. But it's been ages since we've seen this animation. Oh, okay, so it is just Thunderwave, which is kind of annoying. And probably a Trick Room. Has to be a Trick Room, doesn't it? Yeah. So he's paralyzed me and put me in Trick Room, which is interesting because he's lowered my speed. But he's put himself in Trick Room. So the Clefairy could still have Encore, and it isn't locked into. Oh, no, it's not locked into. It's not locked into anything because the Scarf is actually on the Bronzong. I was expecting the Follow Me there. Smeargle Smurgle, Smurgle. I'm actually going to switch Smurgle into the Scrafty. Intimidate is nice, Fake Out is nice, all the rest of it, and I'm going to try and protect my Xerneas here. Because if he has got Encore, I can Fake Out the Clefairy next turn. And go from there, basically. But yeah, he has to switch the Bronzong out. So Dialga is getting intimidated. Okay. Not that that really matters. We'll see what this Clefairy tries to do then. Maybe he just tries to Thunder Wave the Smurgle. Who knows? Ooh, well, we don't get to protect there. And he just Thunder Waves. Okay, so no Encore. Which is kind of what I was fearing. So I could have had a free attack off there. So this person's making some interesting moves. I mean, unless it's got Iron Head, this Dialga doesn't really threaten me too much. So I do want to go for a Fake Out here. I'm thinking of into the Clefairy just because that is, in a way, maybe potentially the most awkward thing for me. And just Moonblast into the, or try and Moonblast into the Dialga. I mean, he has got his Friend Guard, so probably won't even be a 2-hit KO, to be honest. I could protect the Xerneas this turn, seeing as we did fail. Bring Smurgle back in. But no, I think we want to use our Fake Out this turn. But I'm intrigued with this Clefairy, why it's just going for Thunder Waves. Maybe it's going to go for a Follow Me this turn, expecting a low kick from my Scrafty. I mean, he could just paralyze my Scrafty again, and that would be awkward. I think if he had Encore, he would have gone for it last turn. So I'm going to Fake Out the Dialga and go for a Dazzling Gleam just to test the water. So we just withdraw the Clefairy actually. So I made the right target with my Fake Out. Is this Bronzong coming back in? Yeah, it is. Okay, so we do know that the Bronzong is Choice Scarfed. And we do get our Dazzling Gleam off, which is nice. And that's a lot of damage, actually. I suppose the Friend Guard went. And is this a Citrus Berry? It looks like it is. Okay. Okay. So the problem is, normally I would feel really good in this position. But Xerneas is paralyzed and he can, double into me, perhaps on a double paralysis when I try and protect. Because otherwise I would probably be protecting Xerneas and switching Smurgle in here for Scrafty. Which I still think I'm going to do. But I mean, I could try and protect Xerneas and low kick the Dialga, but no, I don't think I really get too much from that because then Xerneas will be open to a Gyro Ball the next turn. Gyro Ball because it is, I have switcherooed the Choice Scarf onto the Bronzong, and because Gyro Ball is determined by speed, as I'm sure you know, it won't one-shot without a critical hit now. So, yep, Scrafty, I am going to withdraw you into Smurgle, who doesn't have a Scarf anymore, and Xerneas, I'm going to try and protect you. Because now we can, as long as we do get this Protect off, we can Fake Out and attack next turn as well. So Xerneas does Protect, which is lovely. He Gyro Balls into the Xerneas and Flash Cannons into the Xerneas. Okay. So now we can do exactly what I just said. We can Fake Out into the Bronzong. We have not Scarfed anymore, so Smurgle can switch up moves in the future. And we'll go for a Dazzling Gleam, I think. And we know that he can't Trick Room again with his Bronzong in the future, because unless he switches it out, because he is Scarfed. And if we knock at the Dialga, then he just can't Trick Room again. Oh, Xerneas is paralyzed. What's he doing? Okay, so Xerneas is slower. That's interesting. Smurgle survives that, which is nice. That's interesting that Xerneas was, was slower in Trick Room. Which means, no, that's not interesting. My mind is not working properly, is it? So, yeah, I mean... Yeah, Xerneas moved first, which means it was slower. In Trick Room. Ah, whatever. I think we have to Dark Void here. I could Dark Void, or I could try and transform into my Xerneas. As I Dazzling Gleam and knock out his Dialga so he doesn't get Trick Room off again, but I don't know, Paralysis is 25% chance, missing Dark Void is 20%. Dark Void is actually a little bit safer here, I think, and as long as Smeargle stays around, I can transform the next turn. So I'm just going to try and go for a Dazzling Gleam. Dark Void is hitting something. It hits the Dialga at least, okay. But the Dialga is probably going to go down now, so... Yeah, at least we stopped the Dialga from Flash Cannoning there. And he has the Gyro Ball, yep. Which actually does very little. Why did that do so little? I mean, I know it's Scarfed, but is it Intimidated as well? I can't actually remember. Okay, well that's interesting. I mean, in which case, this Bronzong is not threatening with Gyro Balls at all. And I'm not going to Dark Void just... Well, actually, I could Dark Void. Because he could have... I'm thinking, like, if he has got Magic Bounce, Magic Coat, that move. But Xerneas is paralyzed, so it can't be put to sleep. So... Oh, I'm too used to being able to sort of click down here and seeing what they've got on their team, because I, didn't make any mental notes of what his team was, to be honest. So I could try and Dark Void. I could just try and transform into Xerneas, though. I think he'll Gyro Ball my Smeargle, though, seeing as he saw how little damage he did to my Xerneas. So I think I'm just going to Dark Void. If Smeargle goes to sleep, it goes to sleep. And I'm going to try and Moonblast into the Clefairy. He has got Magic Coat. Okay, well, hopefully we miss our Dark Void now. But I did that thinking that... Bronzong avoided it as well. So we've actually been very unlucky that turn. Just because Xerneas is paralyzed here. And, oh, of course... Wow, I forgot about that. We we stole his Bronzong's Lumberry, didn't we? I'm just waiting for the critical hit. But wow, the games that this team can create, it's just amazing, really. Like, I had forgotten that. I mean, I did consider the Magic Coat as an option there, and Magic Bounce, whatever it's called. And I forgot that Smeargle had his Lumberry, so I don't mind that. So actually, do I transform? Because if I transform, I don't think I need to, and I'm revealing information, so I don't think I do. So maybe Smeargle here. I just bring in Scrafty again, and I will just try and Dazzling Gleam here, because as long as I get it off, I will be knocking the Clefairy out. It'll put a bit more damage onto the Bronzong, in range of maybe Dragon Ascent from Rayquaza. Okay, so he does Magic Coat again. I did wonder if he would. Yeah, so Xerneas moves first, faster than a Scarfed Bronzong. And let's see what his last Pokemon is. Oh, he just Gyro Balls into what was the Smeargle that turn, which is smart. Which is, I thought, what he would do the turn before, to be honest. And this is Kyogre. Ooh, okay. So I think we're fine as long as Xerneas doesn't get paralyzed this turn. If it does, the game's a little bit more difficult, but not, over, obviously. But Scrafty's just come in, so a really easy fake out into the Kyogre, and a Moonblast at this range will knock out the Bronzong. So I do want to knock the Bronzong out here. Yeah, I don't mind he's done that. I just want to knock out the Bronzong, because with Rayquaza in the back and Smeargle and everything, we should be okay. Xerneas does get the Moonblast off, which is fantastic. Okay, so I think we'll be fine now. Yeah, that does knock Bronzong out. So I can just sacrifice both of these Pokemon now. And win with Rayquaza and Smeargle in the back. So I'm not going to switch these out because the ones in the back are more important. I'm just going to gauge some speeds, gauge some damage here. We'll see if our Paralyzed +2 Xerneas is faster than his Kyogre. I doubt it will be. We'll see if Smeargle, Scrafty can survive this Water Spout. I doubt it can. It doesn't. Water Spout, Xerneas does survive, and Moonblast, so this is good information for us now. So we're seeing how much this does. Expecting about 60%. Yeah, it does a reasonable amount. And do I put Smeargle in? I don't think there's really any point. I'm thinking putting Smeargle in just to reveal that I didn't bring Rayquaza. But he would protect on the fake out and then be faster next turn. And I don't want to reveal Transform, I don't think. So actually, what? No, I'm going to put Smeargle in. And I'm just going to try and Dark Void. I mean, I'll try and fake out first. I'm sure he will protect. So this game, I'm drawing it out a little bit more, but the reason I'm doing this and not just bringing my Rayquaza in is, one, because I don't want to show that I've brought Rayquaza, although I'm sure he would assume that anyway. But two, I want to see how fast his Kyogre is. I want to see if Smeargle is actually faster or not. So I'm going to go for a Dark Void here. Because, if I miss, whatever, both of my Pokemon get knocked out here, Rayquaza does just come in and knocks him out with Dragon Ascent. And so we see Smeargle is faster, which is good information. Kind of expected, but good information. And Rayquaza, unfortunately, I do have to show that I brought it, although I'm certain he would have assumed so anyway. And I can just knock it out with a Dragon Ascent. I will Mega Evolve just to be extra careful, but I'm sure he knows I'm a Mega Rayquaza. I don't want to miss the knockout and I get frozen or something, but yeah. So game 1 went fairly smoothly. Interesting that he does have Magic Coat on his Clefairy. Have a little drink of a liquid. And let's go in again then. Okay. So now I can expect a Follow Me Trick Room. I mean, that would render his Clefairy a little bit more useless, but not as useless as a Scarf Bronzong. So I really do think he's gonna do that this game. So I could go with Smeargle and Scrafty leading, but that's a little bit dodgy. I mean, Thundurus could do something in this game, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to take the same 4 as before. If I just go with Smeargle and Xerneas again, and then he does go with the same lead again, surely he would just follow me. Because if he did, I can just Dark Void and Geomancy. Because I think at all costs he wants to avoid his Bronzong getting scarfed here. I did see it was Lumberry, didn't I? So maybe I can't just Dark Void straight away. Although putting the Clefairy to sleep would be nice. I'll do the same. And we'll see how we go. I mean, worst case scenario, he gets Trick Room up, and he's stuck in there with a Scarfed Clefairy. I mean, Bronzong don't have Protect, so I can, very safely just switch through into that slot. Unless he does want to switch it into his Kyogre. We can't scarf a thingy. Oh, it's actually Clefairy and Salamence, which is very interesting. Okay. This is interesting. I think he's going to Magic Coat here then. You would expect he would, wouldn't you? Or just Thunder Wave my Xerneas. So I'm thinking either I Fake Out into the Salamence and Geomancy, or a Dark Void. I mean, I could switch through the Clefairy. That would be good. If he paralyzes my Xerneas, but I do get the Geomancy, is that so bad? I'm going to Fake Out the Salamence and try and Geomancy. So I'm hoping to see a Magic Coat here. We're not seeing any Magic Coats. I think he's just paralyzing my Xerneas then. Which is a little bit awkward, but I can bring in Scrafty. And Intimidate. Threaten with Fake Out as well. Yeah, he has done. It's just very awkward because for the whole game we're going to be playing with potential thingies. Full paralyses. So I'm bringing Scrafty. This is very predictable. And I'm just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. I think his Salamence will survive this with the Friend Guard. But I'm just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam because he could follow me here. So I could have gone for a Dark Void that turn. He played that Mind Game, I suppose, well. I could be protecting Xerneas here as well, but I'm not, clearly. I don't think he would Tailwind. I think he would just Double Edge into my Xerneas, who was actually going for a Helping Hand. So I'm glad I got the Intimidate off there. Oh, and a Hyper Voice. So Scrafty's going down here. But Xerneas, hopefully, will get to move, but it doesn't. Okay, well that's a little bit annoying. If I tricked a Scarf onto my Xerneas, it would be Scarf at +2 but paralyzed. Would that be faster than his Salamence? I'm not sure it would be. I think I have to put Smeargle in again. And does he Magic Bounce now? Because again, I have got a paralyzed Xerneas. I'm just a little bit worried about Helping Hand Double Edge into my Xerneas now. Do I Fake Out? Because I am. Oh, I just transform. I mean, if I think he's going to Magic Bounce, Magic Coat. I'm sorry, I keep getting those mixed up. I could just transform into the Xerneas. If he goes for a Follow Me, which I don't think he will, then I would transform into his Clefairy. But now I am going to try and transform into my own Xerneas and try and Dazzling Gleam again. So yeah, he does protect. I'm just fearing he Thunder Waves my Smeargle, which he very easily could do, and probably is. But we're going to find out now if a +2 Scarfed, paralyzed Xerneas is faster than a Salamence. Yeah, he does just Thunder Wave. So we've got 2 Geomanced, paralyzed Xerneases here, which is quite strange. But does this Smeargle lock itself into Dazzling Gleam? I think we do, yeah. We Dazzling Gleam with this one, and I think we just Dazzling Gleam with this one as well, this turn. So Smeargle, are you faster or not? Ooh. Okay, it's just going for hard. Maybe it doesn't have Double Edge. So Smeargle gets his Dazzling Gleam off. If we get both off, then I think we should be knocking this Salamence out. Actually, the Salamence does not survive with the Friend Guard anyway, so that's that. So we've still got all 4 Pokemon. We've got also wiggle room here, but he will have his Bronzong in the back. So I'm just wondering Do I bring Smeargle out here? Yeah, there's the Bronzong. And is it Kyogre? Surely Kyogre. So, yeah, Kyogre has to protect here, doesn't it? Well, actually, we lost our Scrafty, didn't we? So, actually, this is a bit of a precarious position, to be completely honest. Kyogre protects. But I think Smeargle is more useful as a Smeargle now. Because I am paralyzed, I can come in Trick Room and Dark Void. I would be slower because I'm paralyzed now. I know he's got the Lumberry though. But Smeargle, I'm going to bring you into Rayquaza. And Xerneas, I'm going to try and... I mean... Do I Moonblast into the Bronzong going all hard in on this read, or do I go for a Dazzling Beam? Getting a little bit less damage onto the Bronzong, but if the Kyogre doesn't protect, yeah, I'm Moonblasting the Bronzong. The Kyogre has to protect here. Oh, actually, Smeargle is still Scarfed, isn't it? So, He just Water Spouts. Okay, Xerneas should survive this. Wow, he just Water Spouted there. This is looking a little bit hairy now then. And he does Trick Room. Okay. I can't believe he just did that. I should have just stayed in an attack, shouldn't I, really? Just a double Dazzling Gleam would have possibly put Rayquaza in range. I think a Scarf Smeargle, Scarf Xerneas Geomancy would have been faster than his Kyogre, but, whatever. What do we do here, though? Because now we are in a really, really tricky position. I think I protect Rayquaza and bring in Scrafty, bring in Smeargle, and see where we can go from there, but it's not looking good at all now. Yeah, I think we'll just sacrifice Xerneas here. But the problem is my Smeargle is still Scarfed. I think it should be moving first in Trick Room though than this Kyogre. I mean the Bronzong will be moving faster. And actually the Bronzong can probably just knock it out with the Gyro Ball, to be honest. So I think he's won this game. Yeah, you can just Gyro Ball into the Smeargle and Ice Beam, presume, into the Rayquaza. Yeah. Smeargle, can this Smeargle... Oh, actually, I'm paralyzed, so Gyro Ball won't do too much, will it? So, what do we do this turn? Do we Swords Dance? I think we do, because we don't want the drops. I'll Swords Dance and Fake Out doesn't really do too much for me, because he can just protect in Trick Room. So I'll Dark Void here, because hopefully we'll get the Kyogre sleeping at least. He protects with his Bronzong has got Protect. They've both got Protect. I mean, we knew the Kyogre did. So we get a Swords Dance here, which is okay. Bronzong might be in Dragon Ascent range now. So I'm going to go for a Dragon Ascent into the Bronzong, and I'm hoping that Smeargle, being paralyzed in Trick Room, is faster than his Kyogre and will put it to sleep with Dark Void. Because if that happens, then I can win this game still. So Gyro Ball, I need Smeargle to survive this as well. But he's actually doing it into the Rayquaza. Which, yeah, doesn't knock us out. Please hit the Kyogre here. I mean, I know that the Bronzong has got the Lumberry, but the Kyogre is the target we want here. Wow, he just Ice Beamed the Smeargle. So if this Dragon Ascent knocks out the Bronzong, we've still won, I think. Depending on Trick Room turns. That does knock the Bronzong out. Wow, okay, so if Dark Void hit the Kyogre there, then we would have been in a, you know, pretty much the same position. Because Kyogre wouldn't have knocked out the Rayquaza, which was the main problem. So now we just need to protect and wait this Trick Room out. I'm hoping this is the last turn of Trick Room. Yes. And now a +2 Dragon Ascent should knock out this Kyogre. Wow, well, what a game. Again. He'll be kicking himself that he didn't target my Rayquaza there, but if my Dark Void had hit, it wouldn't have made any difference, if, you know, because he would have been asleep. But yeah, wow. Whew. So, interesting games. Interesting games. I think my opponent made some interesting moves. I don't know how experienced this guy is. I mean, you know, I absolutely believe he deserves his spot on his team, but I don't know. He made some curious plays. He did make some nice mind games with the magic coat, and he kept it hidden quite nicely as well, so that I did go for the Dark Void later on in the game. After he saw my Smeargle was locked into Dark Void there, he really should have just targeted into my Rayquaza, because Rayquaza is the only form of offense I had at that point. So he'll probably be kicking himself about that. But again, you know, if my Dark Void had hit, then the same thing would have happened. We would have won the game from there too. So yeah, interesting games. I'm glad that I've won. I kind of expect people to counter team this team whenever whenever I'm paired with someone in this World Cup now. But I don't know. Interesting games. I'm glad to have won. Glad that UK. Actually, I don't know how UK is doing so far. I think I'm the second person to play, and the other game was going on as this was going on as well, so I haven't actually seen what happened. But thanks a lot for watching this, guys. It is quite nice to be back on Omega Ruby. That's what this game's called, isn't it? Just for the sake of it, I will show you. Here we go. Here's the PSS. Is that what it's called? This thing on the bottom. Let's all revel in its majesty and and wish we had it back, because it does work quite nicely. So anyway, thanks for watching this, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and share and subscribe and all the rest of it. And stay tuned for the NBL stuff coming out at the end of this week. Team Builder on Friday, Battle on Cyber Channel on Saturday, and World Cup stuff the following weeks as well. So thank you. Goodbye for now.